All right, everybody, we are back here. This is map 2 of this best of 3 ESEA Open Playoffs, round 6. Wisefrag coming into this up 1-0 at this point. It's down to Flip. So huge knife round for Vital as they're going to be able to pick this CT side. So here we go. Vital signs against Wisefrag. In this best of 3, can Wisefrag close it out? 2-0. Are we going to a third map in Cobblestone? You know, Mirage seems to be a team that or a map that both these teams really have done well on up to this point. So here they come. Can they do it? They're going to get into a site, doing some work. You look at this map, a mid-control defines the entire half most of the time. And Mirage, my favorite map of the active duty. So let's see, here we go. Can they do it? They're going to go ahead and bust their way out of here. Broken Legs coming out, gets smacked by Nintendo. Point blank, and Nintendo just doing so much work here on this site. Nintendo gets 2, but does go down. They should be able to get this bomb down in sight. Point blank wants to find his frag. Look at these guys. They're just flooding in here. They don't even care. They're just going all the way in. Flips in a spot. Has to be careful. Gets the first. Doesn't know where he is. He goes for it. Oh, he goes down. So Point Blank closes it out with a quick 2-0 there at the end of the map. At the end of the round, excuse me, and gets it done. So good job by them to make it work here. Vital signs up 1-0. Good job by them as well to really do this retake that was good and well executed. So now Wisefrag here probably coming in with some pistols. And so that's what they're going to go ahead and do. Buy some pistols here. No armor. They did get the bomb down, so they don't have to freak out too much. And typically when you see a bomb down coming down on this A site, you typically also see a rush coming in. So let's take a look at what Randy's going to spell out here. Can he do some insane stuff with this grenade and stop this? He's going to do some damage to Hunters. You probably heard that as well. Like you're fighting at mid is going to get one. Fall off a cat. Mirage is a hard map to play. T-side especially. Typically, you know, 5 is considered like, you know, bare minimum. You know, for the T-side to be considered good, but Narco gets tagged a little bit there. And Broken Legs is going to try to push through to this B side. He's going to go down. And Mile gets a trade as well. And now, seriously, he's going to be sniffing out where Mile is. Here comes this B push. Oh, and look at that Randy with that nice Mag 7 frag there at the end as you saw the end of it. And he's going to get it done. So now Wisefrag in a situation where they can't buy, actually. I think they bought too much pistols, and they spent a little bit too much money there. So they're going to have to double save here. Not exactly what I expected, actually. This is a little odd for me to see this. But nonetheless, they're up on the first map. They do have T-side, which is the harder side. But they have the CT side to look forward to. So can they get at least 6 rounds? I mean, 5 bare minimum, but can they get 6? And win pistol. So here comes the smokes. Wicked's going to be in the site to try to stop it. He's going to get gun counter flash him and throw some Hamas spraying down, but going to go down Nintendo. And here Narco's going to go ahead and go for the bomb plant. Is going to get it, and Broken Legs actually survive with a decent amount of people alive in a 3v2, and now it's Broken Legs in a 1v2 with the bomb down. Has to be careful about Randy. Goes down anyway. Randy with that Mag 7 rips his head off. A very aggressive play from Randy, actually. That's not what he was expecting. And he's going to go down. So Vital Signs wins this round, 3-0. More money in the bank for Wisefrag, and here it comes, is the fighting at mid. Right here and right here. You know, sometimes the CTs will post up in here. Really, you can throw that cross smoke from here as well to get over, block this position off, maybe cross, potentially peek from over here, but it's just going to be interesting to see what approach these two teams take especially with Narco with this up, and you have to play on the spawns too. So Narco, got a peek for that. Not going to happen at lower, seriously. At mid here. Let's get naded down a little bit here, so that's be a problem. But Broken Legs, if he peeks out and Broken Legs is out wide, he might get him. Broken Legs again on the contrary up here, on top of the box. Just chilling. Just seeing what's going to go on here. And nothing too crazy going down at this point here, as the smoke is down in window. Narco. Down at a lower. It's a pretty standard setup here coming in from both teams, as they're going to sniff it out. And really, Mirage is a map of executes, right? If you can execute on a site and just keep doing it, it works. Is he going to spot? Yeah, he knows somebody's there now. And Wintendo, and he isn't aware. So is he going to be able to stop it? Randy at this B site again. It's good to see what's going on. Narco. If he gets this peek, they know he's there, so they're going to fire him off and nade him out. They're going to do it. Broken Legs gets a first frag in. Is continuing to burn. Broken Legs so pivotal on what he does. As they've gotten to the site now on a 5v3. This could be the first round that they need to make it work. Broken Legs. Spotting one, gets that frag. Randy does get a frag, though, earlier with that op. He's really not contained quite yet. He does have the health to do it. He is just trying to prevent it. Not going to happen, so he isn't going to get it done. And now they're going to have to save as they realize they cannot do the retake. So Randy here trying to save this op. Vital. Gonna drop their first round of the half. Wisefrag getting the round when they need it on the first gun round. And this is good for them to have, right? I mean, they lost that first 1v2 at the beginning of this map on the pistol round. And now this is where they can potentially do some work. They do have the CTs in a bad spot, but they're going to buy all the way in. If they lose this round, they're going to be on a hard eco. It's going to come down to the mid contention here. Randy jumping up to try to find something. No, seriously, actually finds one at a lower. Gets Narco. So Narco going for the pick and not getting it. Seriously taking him out. And this double op setup is actually interesting. I just now realized that they were double opping here. And Randy at mid's going to have a nade to not deal with, as it doesn't take any damage onto him as he missed. And so now Randy has to be careful with both these players flashed up the top mid. Now knows one's at underpass. Is going to fire him out. And the smoke comes in. So now Randy can't see anything. And now mid can start being worked out. You know, Flip comes out. Could he do some damage? Are they going to try to do a B split? And that's what they're going to do. They're actually going to work on a flash. Oh, that team flash coming in. Broken Legs is completely white. Can't see anything. That's going to be on point here to really stop this. With the rotation coming in from Randy. They're fighting in here, trying to stop this. But they're going to have a tall task ahead of them as the T's are crossing in. Randy getting one there. Look at that point blank peeking. The site was not cleared. The T's struggling to get in here and make this work. Flip. Gets some damage done. Gets that frag. Or excuse me, that was Mile. I knew that. That was Mile getting that frag. He's going to go down, and now it's down to Flip in a 1v3. A bad spot to be in. He's going to go down to Randy. So frustration coming in probably from Wisefrag as they lost that first player early, and now they're in a spot where they can't really buy. They can buy some pistols, but they're going to go ahead and buy anyway. And this is an interesting call, you know, around back and forth here. 1,400 coming for them. 3 people surviving. I mean, I guess at this point, why not? You might as well see what you can do. And so Randy is not peeking mid right now. It's going to be seriously peeking mid, but nobody's there. And on this A site, you do have these terrorists all clumped together. Once the CTs realize, okay, there's nothing going on. If they did have somebody come in there into apartments, they could do some damage. But I really appreciate all of you being here with me. And this is a fantastic best of 3 regardless of the outcome. Here they come. Wicked is going to have to be able to do some damage seriously as well. Just seems like they're roasting them alive on this side. I mean, they spent so much money into this round. They're not peeking together. There's one coming in. And point blank here, that CT is going to be able to stop this with help from Flip. On the other side is really nothing going well right now for Wisefrag at this point. On this round, at least. And now Flip's alone. Can he do anything? No, he's not. He's going to go down, so there's the frag coming in from point. And 6-1 scoreline, or excuse me, a 5-1 scoreline here now, and Wisefrag in a really bad economic situation. Taking a quick drink here, but yeah, Wisefrag's got to be frustrated. So now they're going to go ahead and pistol buy, probably B-rush. Really, the goal here is to get the bomb down. Now, if they come in 2 clumps on this B side, it's going to be a disaster. If they're clumped like that, it's going to be bad. But now they're just going to sniff this out. And, you know, T-side Mirage is probably the second hardest T-side, I think, to play besides Inferno. So this is not completely over yet, okay? Don't look at the scoreline too hard. Broken Leg's going to get fired out, seriously. Oh, peeking. Look at that aggressive peek, even though Broken Legs was there. Nintendo taking him out. Oh, and Narco just going beast mode with that P250. Takes some damage. And he does have potential to do some damage here as he does get 2 already with a P250, no armor. And point blank, well aware of it. He has to be very careful here. And now the T's potential to win the round. I mean, it's hard to say if it's going to actually happen or not. It really depends on if Narco gets caught out. If Narco gets caught out from this angle, from point, they're going to lose the round more than likely. And so now, you can see how close this is. Oh, and Narco a flick. Turns around, it looked like it was insane. And he's going to go down. So Narco, 3K on this T side alone. Not enough. But he does get some guns out of their hands. So he's going to keep some of their economies a little bit lower than where it should be. Although they're actually doing really well. And Wisefrag here doing the best they can. Narco really the man to watch here because Narco needs to open this up at mid. If Narco is not having a good T side, which he seems like he's having an okay T side at this point, but nobody for the T side really getting anything going. He's going to throw that nade. It's going to do a little damage to seriously. And another player you got to look at here is Flip too. Flip has to be able to sniff him out. Fire comes in, smoke, thrown into connector. And you know, Broken Legs again. I mean, he needs to get some entries. He's not. He's actually getting rocked. At this point, Fire coming in there. Mile just going for these one-on-one fights. And the thing is, Mirage, you got to go together as a team. And I know that you want to go for these one-on-one fights. And it's not really... This map is based off of executions. It is not Randy, a nice frag there at B and another one. But it is not based off of 1v1s. It is based off of team executions. And... yeah, I mean, it's a good no-scope from Narco. You know, Narco doing a lot of work despite his team is about to be down 7-1, despite him doing a lot of work here. Could he find some more frags? It's possible. But yes, your Greppo in the chat is correct. I mean, the economy situation. If you don't have the economy, then it's really hard to get anything done. Because you can't just rush out of apartments typically and win rounds. You can't just rush mid and win rounds, and you can't rush B and win rounds. So there's really no like alternative to like just a hard eco except maybe getting lucky, falling out, and getting a nice quick dig shot, and then moving on and maybe overwhelming the site that's the weakest. But it seems like Vital Signs is playing this very well at this point. So right now Narco's just going to try to hold on to this op. He should be able to survive with it. And so they're going to also be in a bad spot money-wise. And, you know, when you go into that last round, the money round, and you don't win that round now, potential to be down 8-1. Here comes the pause. For Wisefrag right now, we're not really seeing the team play that we're used to seeing on this T side. CT side halves can go up big, and we've seen it happen before. Vital Sign's actually playing very well. A lot of respect for them. Look at this. 11 for Point Blank, 10 for Randy. Wicked only 3, and he's really good as well. Sirius and Nintendo here, you can see that. And nothing really going here for the T side except Narco with that 3K on an eco. But they're just, you know, they're not playing together on these executes. And one thing that they need to understand, and I'm sure that they do, is that if you're not going to play together on executes, on an eco or a non-eco, regardless, you have to make a smart decision and a smart tell, okay? You win this round, maybe you can get back into this. If you lose this round, you're going to have enough for a bye next round anyway. So, really, the most important thing is if you lose this round, try to keep Narco alive. But Narco has to go for an opening here to try to get these Tech 9s to do anything. And Narco, in the situation he is now, I think he's going to go for the A lower pick. He is going to do it. And if he's going to do it, he's going to have to fight with Nintendo, and he's going to be smoked off as well. So nothing too crazy going on there. Flip with this dig. Oh, and just goes down. Look at this Point Blank, a huge frag. Down mid. That gives them all the information they need, and now if they try to do this execute, they're going to have to come in here very quickly here. Narco, the opening frag. Onto this. Here comes the M4A1S frag from Wicked. Gets 2, gets 3, and he shuts it down himself with some help from Point Blank. And it's all over there. So 8-1 the scoreline. Wisefrag, a good frag from Narco to get in there after they do lose one at mid, but they can't capitalize on it. They didn't have the utility to take anything out on their balcony. They didn't have the ability to make it work. And so now they're down 1-8 here on Mirage. A lot of respect, again, for Vital as they're playing very well at this moment. This is a CT-sided map, but they are doing exceptional work here. Wisefrag not being able to get a footing right now. And T-side, it's hard to get a footing, but they got guns now. And Wisefrag and Narco in this P90. We know how good he is with this P90. But this is going to be a full A execute. Like, they're not going to waste any time with this. They're going to throw everything now. And is it going to be a fake? I don't think so. I think they're committing all of their efforts into this. And Randy boosts it up. Actually does get that frag with that op into Palace. And he goes in and throws that fire close. And he stayed alive for so long. Narco trying to get in there to get the bomb down. It's not going to happen, and it was a slaughter. Wisefrag looking frustrated on this A side, coming in here trying to make something happen, and they get absolutely obliterated. So 9-1 the scoreline here, but Wisefrag not out of it yet. This is a CT-sided map for sure. But as you look at how well that was played from Vital, they had enough people on the site to stop the initial. They did get the first op frag. And now Wisefrag in the more than the max loss bonus category as they were last round. But yeah, the execute didn't work. They didn't get an initial pick to make it started. And they weren't able to trade effectively into the site. Wicked pushed up here close on lower. Could do some damage there. Randy, you can see, on Cat. Try to see any information. Here it comes. Oh, look at this flip. Oh, look at the trade, though. That's effective, and that's something that they need to make happen here. But Flip, if he goes through this and dies... Oh, no, he doesn't. He gets another frag on the site, and this is going to force a little bit of a move. Coming in. Oh, Flip, a 3K. Already. Flip making something work on this A side, but the bomb is on the other side. Randy is sitting there going, what's going on? And Point Blank, I said Point Block while I'm losing it. Point Blank, though, again, Randy finds that frag there on the A site, so now it's a 3v2 situation. The terrorists, Point Blank, is he going to get spotted? He's going to hear one of the players on B. It's going to put Randy in a bad spot. And no, he's not going to make it work. So Randy in a 1v3 as people ascending all over. And they're going to win the round. Wisefrag 2-9 at this moment, and they needed it at this point. They needed this to work right now for them to start getting the ball rolling, and they do it with Flip's 3K on A side alone. That was a huge round for Flip, and very, I mean, so far for Wisefrag, that's the most important play of this entire half. So coming out here from the terrorist side on Wisefrag, they do get that round. But it is important that they continue to win, because if they don't, they're going to be hard reset again, and it's really bad. as all of you are aware of that. Let's see what Flip did, though. He did find so many frags there off that trade. And I was seriously fighting with Narco as I had that full map in view. You could just kind of see how that was working out there, so doesn't work out with that first op pick. Flip here, close at A lower. They have to be concerned about him coming in. So a nice team flash coming over. And Flip, they need somebody like Flip to open some things up. If Flip can open some things up here, maybe they can, you know, make some rotations occur. Flip, on this side alone, goes down to 3 HP. But he does force a little bit of a rotation from Seriously, which puts him a little bit more on the site. And you can take a look here at how the situation's playing out. Flip getting shut out of the A side. Is has to fall back. And here comes the connector smoke. They're going to go ahead and do it, and they're going to connect. Try to go to this B split and isolate these players. And a good fire coming in. Good round looking like so far from Wisefrag, as they are going to get into the site unscathed, almost essentially, with Flip and Mile, though. Fire's coming in through the smoke here. This is actually a good round, looking like a very good round from Wisefrag, but they do have a couple of these players low HP. Oh, Narco peeking like that, goes down. And now this is going to have the T's in a bad spot. Flip going down. Or excuse me, that was Broken Legs that goes down, and now it's Flip and Hunters. Seriously, has to be able to get in here and make this work. They're running out of time. They have to be careful here. Hunters peeks at the wrong time. And it's down to Flip. He goes down. And they win the round because of it. Vital wins the round. And they're up in a situation in a magnificent spot, 10-2. And they have to be frustrated, because Wisefrag gets in there in a 5v3. And they do lose the round. They had 2 people close to window, and that was part of the problem. And so now they've got 2, but they don't have 3. And they can't really stop the economy of the CTs if they're winning around here and dropping it. So Wisefrag trying to regroup. Now they're going to flood out of this site. Here they come. They're just going to go out here. Narco deals with the player flash, but he's not going to get one, but ends up finding the next one. So he is going to help them out. They're going to get this bomb down. Could Wisefrag turn this around in a 4v2, now a 4v1. Randy is going to go down, and Wisefrag, with no sense of what's going on the site, walks in, rips it away from Vital, and they could easily make this a 10-5-F. That is exactly what they needed to get motivated to get back into this. If they can get this to 10-5 and win pistol, it's a game. Good round coming in from Narco and this squad. I think we're going to have some action up here at top mid. Flip covering from this eco. This is the first eco we've seen from Vital. There's be a little bit of concern here. So many players up, pushed up at mid. Going to spot one and get him. And there's Mile there. You can see at lower mid, Seriously in window. Just hanging out. The next fight should happen right here. Narco against Wicked on his peak. But no, it's Mile that finds the first one over at mid, and then Narco gets that op frag. And now they need to get in here and try to help his teammate here. Savage, making some things work, is going to go down. And I think Wisefrag's feeling an entirely different gear here. Because it's all down to Nintendo. You know, 1v5. He doesn't have a kit, but he has full armor, and he would like to save it if possible. Goes down, so Wisefrag 10-4. They're back into this if they win this next round. And even if they don't, they do have Vital in a situation economically that's not ideal. All the money in the world for Wisefrag. You take a look at how this half kind of played out. They had, you know, a nice win there. They lost the next gun round, and then they just kind of continued to... They just continue to lose rounds, but now the potential for them to come back into this is very high, depending on what they decide. So an op comes in from Flip. You see Flip picking up this op too. Narco having one as well. Interesting to see from both these players, as you know, they're both very skilled. There's a Mag 7 in sight. They probably means, to them, they're probably thinking, okay, money's probably a little bit low. It looks like they're going to set an execute on this A site, but the question is it an actual true execute, or is it a fake there? Randy peeking with that Mag 7, gets the first dink, and is going to get the next one. So a Mag 7 shuts out Wisefrag on this site. But you're over to point blank here on this B side here, doing some work. One, and is going to go down, and now it's all down to this. Flip and Mile. And they're in a bad spot. I mean, you know, you lose that many people. Yep, and Flip there does get that frag. So in a 1v3 as Flip, can he do this and get this 4K out? Oh, he could do it, but he's going to have to be careful. He doesn't know where these players are, but they're both on Cat. And he's going to go down 11-4 the scoreline. Wisefrag getting back into it, but the Mag 7 shouldn't have been able to do that, but it does happen. So 11-4 the scoreline. Wisefrag needing to win pistol here to stay into this, I think, personally, is my professional opinion is that essentially what happened was Vital shut them down anywhere they wanted to go. The good thing for Wisefrag, though, is they did have a little bit of life there at the end, and if they would have won that round, it would have been better to have a 10-6 situation if you win pistol than an 11-5. And that's where the frustration is probably for them. We are waiting for this next half to start here. This is the second map of this best of 3, ladies and gentlemen. Wisefrag up against Vital Signs in this 6th round, ESEA Open Playoffs. Wisefrag up 1-0 on the map count. But they've got a lot of work to do. And they could do it, but they do have to be careful. Cobble is the next map. Both these teams have had some okay results on it. They've played pretty well all season. There's really nobody that can argue with that. In fact, I'll go ahead and check on this really quick and make sure you do have the situation for Vital, at least in the regular season. They did win both of their games on Cobble, 16-0 and 16-12 in the regular season. I'm not looking at playoffs. And Wisefrag won on Cobble 16-0, and then they lost 16-10 to another team that actually got into main as well. So really too close to call if it does get to that point. But if we're going to even get there, we have to be careful about this one. So here comes this second half here coming in. Wisefrag needing this pistol round. And needing it very much so. So here we go. It's going to be the CT side is Wisefrag. The T side is Vital. Can they do it here? Flip at mid. Typically a very quick point of contact here for the Ts and the CTs. Vital here is going to possibly fight with Flip a little bit. He is spotted, I believe. Now they have to be careful because Flip, if he peeks down mid, he's going to get hit by those people at top mid. Wicked. Holding down there, throwing some smoke. It looks like it's going to be a B hit. They're going to try to do a B split. Flip is aware. But there's Mile here, finding one. Oh, when he gets one, he gets overrun. So that's unfortunate, but one's better than 0. And look at this Hunters doing some work. Flip is going to go ahead and have to let this bomb go down here. So Flip. Broken Legs Narco coming out here. That's a 2v2 situation. Narco and them fighting so much. Broken Legs and Narco. And now it's Narco and Randy in a 1v1. Narco creeping up. Ends the round with a headshot. 5-11 the scoreline here. Wisefrag has to be absolutely ecstatic about this as they are now back into it if they can win a couple rounds. You can see the frustration coming out from Narco as he's glad that he won that round for his team. That last frag, but Vital playing it pretty well up until the point. Look at Randy, 18-6. And nobody really having a huge performance like that on Wisefrag, but the team doing okay. Could use a little bit of a kill boost here, but they could do it on the CT side, as we've seen some crazy stuff here. Broken Legs here, gonna throw this. Smoke comes out with a P90. You've seen him in Narco. And And the round's over. So Broken Legs and Narco and Flip coming in there with a frag just end it. It's all over there for them. So 6-11 the scoreline. A very quick round. Vital going to come in with the buy, as they do have the money. If they lose this round, they will not be able to buy on the next round. They'll probably armor Tech 9 or do something insane in the membrane. And, I mean, it's fantastic to see Wisefrag come back into this. We know this is a CT-sided map, not necessarily 11-4. It's possible to come back. Crazier things have happened for sure. So no mid control and no presence from either of these teams, actually. Flip playing passive. And over at the B side, you do have Wicked. He gets smoked out close, so he does have to be concerned about a player coming in close, which is not going to actually happen. But Vital taking this very slow here. And they are just doing their thing, taking their time. Here comes the fake. They're going to try to run this fake and not even send anybody out, and this is going to force a little bit of a rotation. This is not what Wisefrag should be doing here. They don't know where the bomb is. Hunters comes in with an MP9. Fires, doesn't do anything, actually, but he is going to get point blank down enough to die in the fire, so that's actually good. That's better than nothing. As I said, that's what he did. And Hunter's still alive here. Has to be able to try to do something. Is going to get one, and is going to go down eventually, but he did enough to help the CTs win the round. Nintendo here. Oh, look at this. A beautiful frag from him. They're taking one-on-one fights here. Narco just cannot peek because Mile is right there to help. And so Narco is going to go ahead and run back to market. This is a 1v1 right now for Nintendo. If he takes this fight and he wins it, this is going to be hard for Narco to do. But now, because Nintendo is still alive, but he hasn't pushed out, can he do it? Nintendo comes out, goes for it. Not going to happen. He is going to die. There it is. 7-11 scoreline. Wisefrag coming back into this. You know, this is a good gun round for them to win. And now they've won 3 in a row. If they can win 4 in a row, which they should be able to do, they're going to be in a good spot to get back into this for more than enough. Because Vital has a lot of work to do. So here they come. Flip, gonna fight mid a little bit there. Knows the T's are on an eco as he does spot it. He's gonna throw a smoke for him to get out. And Mile actually taking an aggressive peek, it looks like, up here by Cat. And he goes down. A 1-for-1 trade in that situation is not good. He does pick that fight alone. Broken Legs gets a frag there at A. And so now the T's are all funneled at mid. Flip, Broken Legs, still alive. Narco as well. Narco this P90. We know what he does with it. Hunter's alone on this B side. Really nothing he can do at this point. There's nobody there. The Flip just has to be careful to not peek. He doesn't have to. They're in a 4v3. They did spot one of them at connector. That was Narco. So Narco gets spotted. And oh, Broken Legs. No. If he does not turn around and check A lower, he's going to get killed by the player that's in sight right now, and that's Randy. Because Randy knows. Oh, he just saw the barrel. Oh, now he knows. Now he knows he's there. So if he does end up, if Broken Legs does come and peek for this, and he does get spotted, like he is now, they could do an A split. Narco has to be careful. Because now, Randy, oh no, he gets spotted, so Randy goes down. Broken Legs had no idea. He didn't know he was spotted. And now Broken Legs has been alerted. This A-hit happening here, goes for it, gets it done there. So 8-11 scoreline. Wisefrag, enough rounds in a row here, 4, to get back into this for sure. And this is going to have Vital on a full buy. If they lose this round, they're on max loss bonus. We got this double up set up here, Flip and Narco. A close game nonetheless. Wisefrag 8. Vital signs 11. Looks like Seriously is going to be up here at top mid. He's going to try to get this pick. He's going to boost up on the trash can through that smoke to try to spot Flip. And if Flip is not aware of this, he might get killed. Another point of contention coming in here is Seriously pushing in, trying to make something happen. Mile here as well. Oh, yep, Seriously got him. So Mile did peek for him. I was concerned about Broken Legs here at connector. But now the T's really do have all the land that they need to do a split, and Narco gets hit down to 4. Yeah, there he goes. He goes down, so that's going to open the round up for him. Now the T's are really doing some work, as they do have a lot of map control. They can do whatever they want, and Broken Legs is going to have to come up big here. Goes down, so now it's a 2v5, and now they've decided we're running. You really can't afford to fight in this situation. You need to save the guns. Your economy is okay, not the greatest. You're going to get $1,400. But yeah, Wisefrag just losing that gun round completely outright. And they lost it so early as well. I mean, if you think about how early they lost it, Flip, a good frag for him, but they did lose it very early. So the damage they can do to this economically, it really depends, because Wisefrag could buy into this, and depending on if they get the guns and keep them, rather, and they definitely will, it does seem, unless the T's just going all-out manhunt. But the thing is, they know if they lose the next round, they're going to be in a bad spot. Fire coming in from Hunters, and it looks like the T's are just going to run.
Terrorists win.
So there it is. 12-8 scoreline here. Vital winning that gun round outright. I mean, really nothing to argue with. It's been very fun to watch this so far here. Awesome Sauce Gaming TV here tonight. Check out wisefrag.com. See more stuff Wisefrag. We do have this full buy coming in from Wisefrag, and the thing is, if they lose this round, they're going to be in a bad spot. Flip peeking down mid with no coverage. Very dangerous in connector. But Broken Legs could make it up. He's going to get the first one. He's going to wait. This actually evens things up and makes him in a better spot, but not great. They do have mid control. That is vital for them, which is vital that has that, rather, I guess. And, you know, Point Blank has to be careful. If he gets... Oh, is that an auto? Look at Narco. Look at Narco. A Scar 20 cardiac. Just done messing around, it seems. At Point Blank here, they know that auto's on that A site. They're going to try to go ahead and force something to go on. Have all this mid control, but they don't have a foot in a sight. And now they have to kind of fall back and think, okay, we need to make sure that we make the right move. Let's go ahead and push up. Force it up. Oh, Narco on this A site gets an auto frag. Randy trying to go for a play alone. And that is dirty from Narco. Narco P90s. Narco AKs. But Narco auto? I've never seen this from him. So here it is. Mile here on the side is going to have to do some crazy stuff. He needs to get one. If he can do that. Oh, and he doesn't. He misses that first one. Hunters gets one, though. There's the auto coming in. Oh, Hunters goes down as well. So now it is in a bad spot for Narco with this auto. A little bit of help coming in. 12 seconds. They're just running out of time. They have to get in and plant this bomb, and they're going to be able to do it. Seriously is going to get in there. A little bit of miscommunication coming in Narco. Oh, and he gets him. So Narco's going to get the first one and the second one. This is a 3K auto round for Wisefrag. And Narco comes into this with an auto on A side, a ticket booth, and then does a retake with an auto. I'm speechless at this point. Big players make big plays, and we've seen it from him time and time again. So this has a pause coming in from Vital, as now they're sitting there going, at least I can't really see who the pause came in from, but I would assume Vital's sitting there like beating themselves up. You know, if you buy into this round, you're gonna get 1,900 if you lose this round with no bomb plant. And Narco has been a monster. Maybe not so much on the scoreboard consistently this game. When he is 16-14, you know, he did have that 3K with no armor. But wow. This is an interesting map to watch here on Mirage. Coming alive, that is Wisefrag. Vital, kind of in a similar situation. They're kind of trying to feel out what's going on. They're struggling to really figure this out. Really appreciate all of you being here tonight. Make sure to check out all of the links here if you'd like to support me directly. Check them out. I got a Facebook page, a YouTube channel, Twitter. Make sure to give me a follow, Patreon. Really glad to have you all here tonight. And make sure to check out Wisefrag.com. You know, Wisefrag.com, and a fantastic professional organization. You're going to see a lot more of them in the future. So you may want to get on board with them. I mean, I would if I were you. So flip. And them talking it over. They do have that auto. That auto, and it's just, I mean, I don't know. I mean, what am I supposed to do here? I mean, I can't really analyze more than the fact that Wisefrag's playing better CT side. You know, Narco got that first one. Actually, it was like this. And then, you know, he gets the one right here and then just jumps out and just goes straight for that one. And the thing is, the distraction coming in as well was good. And, you know, a retake with an auto like that is just, that's something that shouldn't happen. But Narco just so aggressive, making it work. So vital signs here. I know I'm switching gears here, but vital signs changing up a little bit of what they're trying to do. And, you know, vital signs is in a good spot to come back into this and kind of close this out. But Wisefrag knocking on the door, they do realize that. They're not going to have any money. I guess if you had one chance to reset them, I'd say right then, right? Because if you can reset them here like they did, now if Wisefrag wins, you know, 3-4 more rounds, we're at, you know, 13, 12, 12. Maybe Vital wins a round, okay? But then, if Wisefrag wins again, they can force another hard eco, and now that's going to put Vital Signs in an even worse spot. So like I said, really don't know what's going to happen, but I know that both these teams want this so badly. As the ESEA main, the ticket is already punched. But now they're playing for more. And you have to admire that from both of these teams. I mean, you know, really, it's fantastic to see these guys in the server. You know, very passionate guys, really practicing a lot. You know, both these squads really just enjoying themselves, it seems, regardless of what happens. You know, it's a video game that these guys put a lot of time into, and they are doing everything that they can. And I'm going to go ahead and you know, take a little bit of a step back here and kind of look a little bit at something. Because in this downtime, I do kind of want to talk a little bit about, you know, Mirage in these hits. Okay, so I can't really explain this to you, but oh yeah, I can. Okay, so from a lower, okay, you do have a lower, and if you do throw some smokes for the site take, you have to smoke off connector, you have to smoke off stairs, and you have to smoke off CT. Okay, because somebody can boost up on ticket. Okay, now. Here's the problem, right? If you're a CT and you're right here and you see a smoke come over, right? And you're like, oh, crap, and I know this isn't perfect. You're going to come up here, jump up here, and sometimes they're going to jump up here. Now, that's a little bit too high, okay, but right here. And in this situation, now you can possibly get a frag with that auto. And what I'm thinking, what's going on in the mind of Narco is, Narco's thinking, okay, if I do have a spawn for it, and I don't actually see his auto because I'm blind, okay, he's going to go probably to mid. Okay, now if he goes to mid and they have an op, he could get picked easily. Okay, he has to make it there faster. If you look at who has an op on this tide, we do have it coming in from this player right here, which is their standard opper, so not really surprised by that. But they're going to have to be careful as Wisefrag's concerned, because they could lose this if they're not careful. So here we go. The pause is over. The flying around is done, and it's an all-out A hit. It's coming. Flip, actually, here instead of Narco. Broken legs. Oh, he's in for a rude awakening. If they do hit this site, a little bit of a counter flash to really nothing, just a sense. And the thing is, if... Oh, and another problem, too, I do need to point out. They've got 2 in this B site. They don't know any information. And now here it comes, and this is where they're going to be tested. Wisefrag tested on this round. Can they do it? Maybe they're going to bait him to waste all the utilities. Maybe Vital Signs thinks, okay, you know what, we're going to bait it and just wait. And I guess that's one way to get rid of a lot of the utilities from the CTs. If you do that, then you can try maybe again with a few more smokes, and that's, I think, what they're doing. This is smart. You bait out some smokes and some nades early, and now you throw the real execute. And this is a change that Vital needed to make. Can flip, get up on this box, and be an impact. The first frag coming in from Flip. He is going to do some damage. Roasting his Narco. Broken Legs comes in 1, 2. No, he only gets 1. And so now this rotation coming in here, seriously going to take out Flip. And now this auto for Narco. And a 3v3. They need to win this round in Wisefrag. They need to reset the economy, but can they do it? Seriously is posted. And he's going to probably get spotted from Narco as long as Narco gets him to peek, but seriously is not peeking. He's just not doing it. He's just sticking on this angle. Oh no, Narco unzoomed at the wrong time. And now it's down to Narco in a 1v2. And he's salty as heck. And I'm sure anybody would be in that situation as you unscoped at the wrong time, Narco. That's unfortunate. It wasn't all your fault. Teammates didn't do enough to help stop you there, so Vital Signs does win that round. They change the pace, and they make it work. It wasn't enough from the CTs on the site to stop it. And so now the hard question comes in, what do you buy? Well, they're setting up themselves up for a double eco here if they only buy down under 2,000. They're only going to get 1,900 if they lose this round, and that's what they're doing. They're actually just buying themselves down to where they're going to have to eco again. Narco's the only one with a gun, and he has an auto, and they know it. So once they figure that out, they're probably heading to the other side. Really just want to keep an eye on Narco here, because he's really more than likely what's going to make or break the round. If he finds a couple frags and drops a couple guns and lets Wisefrag come over, it could be doable. They're going to have to be careful here, because they've got to be frustrated that lost that last round. But nonetheless, keeping it interesting. And in the grand scheme of things, that's important as well. There's actually about to be a fight over here. Hunders might be able to stop Nintendo. Oh, a headshot. And the bomb dropped. Hunders alone gets the bomb down. Randy's going to be peeking him. Oh, look at this. Gets him down to 6 HP. Hunders needs to do something. Goes down, but Hunter's actually doing more than enough here to keep this round winnable. Because now 2 of these players for the T's are down low HP. And where's Narco? Narco's on that A site. Okay, so Narco is on the site alone. He could stop anything mid, but if he dies, they're going to be in a bad spot. Narco has to be careful. He's going to get peeked. Seriously, is going to peek him, so Narco goes down, and that's the A site handed to him. They're going to be able to get that auto as well, but there's some guys just don't have a lot of health. Mile could do a lot of damage here. Is he going to peek into it? It's planted for Cat as well. Good spot one, going to A lower. They're in a horrible spot here. The CTs have to retake. Flip finds a frag, though. That's better than nothing. Auto as well from Broken Legs. You hear the sound ring out. Can they win this round? This would be a monstrosity of a round for them if they are able to do it. They saw him cross over to lower. Tap has to come in. He's going to go down. Flip in a situation to make it work. He has a kit. Oh my goodness. Flip, being a man, sticking it there in the end, had no choice but to hold it and doesn't get the round. So Wisefrag starting it off strong again, but Vital Signs showing them while they're here and doing a lot of damage to them. So now 14-9 the scoreline here. Wisefrag needing to get back into this. You see some MP9 coming out here from Hunters. A little frustrated, I'm sure, from Wisefrag, but they've come back into this nonetheless. Oh, and I don't know how Flip misses that shot, but that's okay. Flip gonna have to recover himself and relax. Seriously, at T-spawn. Point blank over there at side hall area by top mid. Definitely a bit of frustration, I'm sure. But the change of pace from Vital worked. And so now Nintendo, if he gets caught out, he does spot. There's an MP9. He knows it's toward Van, and that's a little bit of info. He's going to fall back and throw that nade. Not going to do any damage, though. So now we have Narco with a P90 up close to A lower. He's not going to probably be met by anybody, unfortunately for him. But this looks to me like we're going to have a B split. And it's about to happen, and they're going to come flooding in here. Broken Legs could stop it in a one and done, but the crossfire is not set up here from both of these angles. And so since Milo has to cover this, he's in a bad spot. But Narco could start it off good. Can Narco get a P90 frag? Oh no, Flip actually, with that op gets it, which is going to help get that AK-47 when Tendo comes in and takes out Broken Legs. Broken Legs doesn't get one, but he does damage him enough to make it a little bit easier. Look at this FAMAS, able to do some damage, gets one. He knows there's an op in there. And is going to get peeked by Seriously. And now Flip and these T's have no time, especially now. Flip, all they have to do is stop this bomb plant. Hunders, oh, and he goes down. Hunders gets peeked by Seriously on the B site. Hunders was not aware there was somebody in market. And he could have single-handedly won him the round. But because they weren't aware of it, now they're in a retake situation. Here they come. Seriously, oh, just getting Narco's about to switch to him, and now it's flipping a 1v2 to prevent map point. Flip, no, Seriously, he's on Cat. He is going to have to fight him one-on-one and go down. So there it is. Seriously with a 4K, winning the round for him almost by himself. Frustration, I'm sure. As both sides have had some trials and tribulations in this map. Four rounds for Wisefrag early on this T side was just not going well for them. And although they did win enough rounds on the CT side to get a little fresh start, it's kind of biting them right now. And now they're having to stop map point here. So they don't want to go to map 3, but if they have to go to Cobble, they will both fight for a spot in round 7. Flip, setting up an aggressive flash, goes ahead and jumps through that smoke. Is going to go for it, going to get taken out there. Wicked gets 2, a 2-for-1 trade, not ideal. But it does give a gun to Narco, and Narco can do some damage. But he's exposed to so many angles on this A side, and that's the problem, right? Yep, there he is. He's just going to fight and go down. So now it's down to Hunders and Mile, and all 2v4 to save it. Oh, and look at that shotgun action coming in. So a little bit of shotgun action coming in for Hunders. He gets one. Well, they're actually going for this spray. Oh, no, he starts to tap a little bit early, goes down, and now it's Hunders alone. And they do lose the map there, so 9-16 is the score line. Wisefrag dropping the map 2. We are going to map 3. And I think that it's understandable considering the starting performance from Wisefrag on the T side and the good performance by Vital Signs. Let's take a look at the full screen here. You can see how well the team played for Vital. I mean, they had some guys play really well. 105 ADR for Seriously. Nobody for Wisefrag really having a huge ADR game. Narco, though, having some huge rounds as well. That's okay, though. T side is hard to get going. And they weren't able to get it done. But that's okay, because the chances, you know, of this going to Cobble is now guaranteed. So we're going to Cobble. I'm going to stop the stream. We're going to reboot it up here in just a few minutes. Stay tuned with us. You're watching Awesome Sauce Gaming TV. We're going to map 3 on Cobblestone for this round of 6 of ESEA Open Playoffs. You do not want to miss this. We'll be right back.